Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have another 2v2 Iron Man. The winning team will be winning $40, and the losing team will be losing $40. And again, make sure to go ahead and check out the Coliseum Discord. I'll leave a link to it down below at the top of the description. It is the best place to play for money. They have tournaments and everything like that, so make sure to go ahead and check them out. And let's hop right in. So we have Mini Fez on Team 1 versus Smokey on Team 2, and then we are going to go ahead and we are going to see Mini Fez win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and they are going to decide to go first. 40 versus 40, gotta love to see it. Opening hands, we have Valor, Nadir Servant, Valor, Talents, and Alistair. Hey, you can't complain about this hand, you know, you open Alistair, Nadir Servant, 2 hand traps, and then a card that is, you know, decent going first and decent going second. And then they have Dark Ruler, Zeta, Dark Ruler, Nova called by. So, in this scenario, even though the opponent doesn't have hand traps to hit for tactics, once they go for the Maximus play, they're going to activate the Herald and the Elder, and then they can hit them with the Talons. So, they're going to summon out Alistair effect, and we know that all this is just going to be good. So go ahead, search Invocation, link away for Amraj, go for Secure Gardener, activate the Invocation, banish, summon Makaba, Invocation effect, grab itself back. This is probably the first person in, like, I want to say, like, weeks that hasn't just, like, skipped steps and put Alistair to hand instead of banishing it. Usually people just, like, skip steps with the Alistair stuff, but go ahead, grab that. Then Nadir Servant, dump the App Cologne, go ahead, search out the Ecclesia, and then App Cologne effect to search and discard. They're just going to grab and ditch this. You know, they're going to dump the Construct to go ahead and just be able to add that back. So they don't want to get rid of any of these cards. And then summon Ecclesia effect, go search for Maximus, and then summon this out by banishing the Amarage, and then effect a dump. And they will go ahead, they're going to dump the Construct and the Ash, and then they are going to dump the Elder and the Herald, and then the effects will activate here, Construct 1, and then Elder 2, target Makaba, and then Chainlink 3, they're going to activate the Herald to try to go search. So, is that even how you should Chainlink it? Shouldn't you use, like, Elder Chainlink 3 and Herald Chainlink 2 to guarantee your search? Like, the Makaba is going to get traded with a Dark Ruler next turn anyways. But I guess this is an extra deck monster, which, because, like, we know Knight's going to get searched to end phase. So maybe they don't want Knight to be able to go ahead and negate. But the thing is that if they don't have a way to bend 10, then they don't have, well, I mean, they have a way to bend 10 here, but it's like, like the called by won't even stop like the window from coming out because of how they set this up. I really feel like they probably should just use Elder Chainlink 3 and this Chainlink 2 just to guarantee bend 10, because like Knight just doesn't really matter. They'll Knight you later on anyways on like a Fafnir or something. But the thing is, like, you won't even make it that far. But it's like, then you're going to have to Dark Ruler the window. You have called by for a hand trap. So, like, this isn't a bad hand. But, the like, Talents is going to rip. They don't know about Talents. Like, that's something, obviously, we know about, but they don't know about. So, now they get to add this back. I think this was just, like, overall not a great position for Drytron, but I think they could have played that better. Go ahead, shuffle back the Nova. Then they're going to set Schism, end phase, Ash to go search, and then that's going to search out the Knight. And then pass turn, draw Natasha, and that is game. They can't do anything here. So, going on into game 2 now, we are going to see our Drytron fella decide to go first. Opening hands, we have Meltdown, Dark Ruler, Meltdown, Kaiju, Alistair. This hand just isn't that great, because, like, because the opponent's going to full combo here. Well, hold on, let's look at the hand. They have Emergency, Diviner, Orange Light, Natasha, Dark Ruler. Yeah, so they're going to get the combo here, and they're going to set up Orange Light afterwards. So, one Orange Light beats their entire engine. One Orange Light beats this entire hand. So they have to top deck like a Nadir Servant here to be able to keep going. They just have too many Alistairs. These don't do anything. These all just equal to one Orange Light stopping all 3 of these. So, also, Wait, I think I'm playing with no side. How do you only realize after siding? Took a card out and drew it. Did you press swap cards? Alright. I was about to say, like, they kept Dark Ruler in going first, but, like, maybe they just don't have enough stuff to, like, side against this matchup. Depending on, like, how their deck list looks. So, he sided the wrong card out. Sided out the spell next to it. If it's the ritual spell, oh my gosh, I'm not that bad. Oh, hopefully not. Otherwise, that would be very bad. I mean, honestly, they'd probably still win this, but that'd be insane. Go search Ben 10, and then they're gonna activate the emergency, grab Zeta, and then Zeta effect, tribute Ben 10, summon out, grab the ritual spell, Ben 10 effect to go search. And then this will go ahead and search out the Idaton here. And then they're going to activate the ritual spell, get rid of Zeta, summon out Ben 10, overlay for the Beatrice. Beatrice effect, detach, go dump. And then that will go ahead and dump the Gamma. Gamma, tribute the Idaton, summon itself out, special summon back out from the graveyard. And then they're just going to go for Fafnir here. They could have activated ritual spell to add back to target one of those. Summon out the Fafnir effect, dump Alpha, and then Alpha effect, tribute. So, like, yeah, they definitely should have used this before, because, like, what if they just get hit with, like, a nib here to, like, play around, like, an orange light? Yeah, I mean, they definitely should have just done that before. That was definitely just a misplay. You could have just targeted one of those for free. Then they're going to summon out Alpha, and then go search out the Ultimateness. Ritual spell effect, add itself back, and then they're going to activate the ritual spell, summon Idaton effect, add back ritual spell, you know, the free loop. They're just going to get rid of those, go for Anaconda, so they play the Fusion Destiny stuff. You know, most likely it's not Dragoon. Most people realize the hero stuff is just way better. Summon Idaton effect, add back, activate, and then they're going to summon out the Ultimateness. Then pay 2k for Anaconda to dump, summon Enforcer. Okay, so yeah, it's a little bit weird. I mean, they'll get Beatrice effect on the next turn to go for Ava. Oh, that draw was just so late. Again, I just don't even think it mattered though, because like the one orange light was shutting down your whole hand, and they already opened it. So they're gonna Dark Ruler here. Then summon Alistair. You know, the opponent already knows what deck they're on, so there's no point in just like conceding. Set 3 Alistairs in hand, Keck. So going on to game 3 now, we are going to go ahead and we're going to see the Invoked deck go first. Opening hands, we have Talents, Prosperity, Droll, Talents, Maximus. I mean, this already works, even if Prosperity doesn't hit anything, just because they have this in the Secure Garden now. And then they have Ben 10, Evenly, Fusion Destiny, Ultimateness, and Delta. So they're going to activate the Prosperity, banish 6. We see like the Gravity Controller go there. Most people just cut this from their extra deck. Honestly, like, I don't think there's really space for it. So interesting to see that they're still on this. And then look at the top 6. And they're going to go ahead and grab the Meltdown there. And then put the rest back. So the Resolution, yeah, it's like they don't have Droll. Activate Meltdown, go search Alistair. And then just normal summon that, you know, Alistair, combo. Link away, go for the link, activate Invocation, and then this will banish, summon Makaba, Invocation, add back the Alistair. And then summon out the Maximus by banishing. You know, they could have went ahead, and when they had Secure Garden on board, they should have just banished the Amaraj to summon out the Maximus. Because I talk about this all the time, and I always get questions about it. So I'm clearing it up right here. What happens if you have Maximus and Alistair? How do you play around Lancia? Summon Alistair, go search Invocation, go for Amaraj, make Secure Garden up. Most people will not drop Lancia here. They will wait for you to activate Invocations so that way they can get a trade with their Lancia while also cutting off future plays. But if you just banish Secure Garden, summon Maximus, and then activate Invocation. If they Lancia you, you still have Maximus. So that's how you like play around Lancia. I definitely think it's the proper way to do it. So they messed up there, but you know, never punish. The opponent doesn't have Lancia. So they're going to go ahead, dump App Cologne and Construct, and then they're going to dump the Hip and the Herald. Alright. And then they're going to activate App Cologne. They're just going to let this go through. So they don't want to get hit with Talons. So that's why they didn't activate the effects. And then they're going to App Cologne and get rid of Talons. And then set and pass. So the reason why did they banish Ash? Yeah, I was about to say. I was gonna say that's like the only way they wouldn't like dump that there. I mean, all right. I mean, this doesn't. I mean, like this still puts up Winda. So like, you know, Winda's still nice. Like at least you're still going for Winda. They draw Diviner. And then they're going to go end of battle phase, activate evenly. That's going to add everything besides Schism. Then summon Diviner, send Arc effect, search out Ritual spell. And then on the resolution, activate the Droll and Lockbird, Ritual spell. In response, they're going to chain Schism, so banish, go for Winda. And then they're going to get rid of the Delta, special summon out the Ultimateness. And then just pass turns. So this isn't like a bad spot. They did know that the set was Schism though, you know, they searched it. So maybe you just go ahead and like, instead of activating Ritual spell, maybe you just Fusion Destiny, you know? Like, if you just Fusion Destiny into a Schism, like, they would have to chain Schism in response to Fusion Destiny to summon Winda. But then, like, Enforcer is still pretty decent at that point. Like, and then this also gives you, like, more of the follow-up. Because if you activate Fusion Destiny next turn, then you have to wait another turn for Celestial. So, like, I think I'm just activating Fusion Destiny there over going for Ritual Spell. Then they're going to activate Alistair effect, target. And then, in response, they're going to chain Ultimateness to stop that. They don't want this getting beat over. And then, Talents to draw. Draws in the Invocation, Natter Servant. I mean, they only have 3 cards left in the extra deck. It's not... It's kind of crazy that they only have 3 left in the extra deck, though. But, alright, they are going to go ahead, activate the Invocation. That's going to banish Winda, Alistair, go for Agos effect, pop the Ultimateness, Invocation effect, put itself back, and then grab back the Alistair. And then activate Natter Servant, dump the App Cologne, and then go search Ecclesia. So this definitely makes me believe that he is probably side decking the Aerial. And he's going to go ahead and activate the Aerial here to go ahead and hit the opponent's graveyard. Yep, it's like the only reason why you'd ever play 2 of these on this kind of list. So, they're going to go ahead, you know, hit the Delta, hit the Ben 10, hit the Ritual Spell. Those are all pretty, like, solid hits, especially at this point with, like, them having no Drytron monsters. And then they're going to special out Ecclesia effect to go search. And then this is going to search out from the deck to the hand. A punishment. I mean, don't you just banish App Cologne for this? Boost it up to 45. That'd be 4,000 over this. And then you just search Knight and summon Knight and then go for game. Like... We know they're on Knight, and there's no way you side that card out going first. What card are you scared of here? But, alright, decides to not go for game. That's huge for the opponent. They draw Ava. Like, wow. Wow. Not ending the game. Incredible. Normal summon Ava, and then link away, go for the Link Karibo. Ava effect to banish from the graveyard, and go search, grab the Orange Light, grab the Diviner. And then activate Fusion Destiny. So Fusion Destiny will dump the heroes, summon out Enforcer. Also, I get this question all the time. This deck can't play Dasher. If they activate Dasher effect to summon out from the hand, then they can't use Drytron effects. That's why they play Plasma. So, summon out the Enforcer. Battle phase, attack Agos. In the damage, they're going to activate Alistair, and then they're going to chain Orange Light. I don't take any... Well, Alistair's destroyed by the Orange Light. This, yeah. Yeah, they realized it here. They said, oh, right, yeah. And then Enforcer affect the pop. Oh, they hit the card that doesn't do anything at this point. And then get the Graveyard effect. Nice pop, bro. Nice one card extra deck, bro. Thank you. Alright, bro. And then Winda question mark. Ah, it's the hero. My bad. And watch, now they're going to top deck the... They're so good. They're actually so good. They're actually just so good. Like, there's not a lot of very solid top decks here. To be fair, though, they could have just ended the game before. But, alright, now they're going to go ahead and activate this, leaving themselves with 0 cards in the extra deck. It's actually kind of beautiful to see no cards in the extra deck. But the punishment isn't live now. The punishment was searched out too by the Ecclesia, so now the opponent knows that this card is punishment, and they know it's not a live card, so, you know, it's good for the opponent just to, like, know that. Then they're going to attack Link Karibo, they're going to activate Enforcer effect, so that's going to pop itself, and pop the Ecclesia, and then get the Graveyard effect, attack Link Karibo, use the effect, you know, tag out, well, you know, just make it so they don't take damage, draw Emergency, and then Enforcer comes back, set this, so that way they can activate the Celestial effect to draw. Such a good effect, like, it's just so broken. They draw Droll and Gamma. That's not even, oh, that's actually not bad here at all. Drawing Droll, especially in a game state like this, like, you can just use it as a level 1 if you want to, just to go ahead and, like, overlay. Then they're going to activate the Emergency to go ahead, add Alpha. I want to see how long that took, because it seems like it took a while. So they went ahead, activated the Emergency, 3 minutes later searched off of it, and then they're going to activate the Enforcer effect. You know, they, once again, they know that this says punishment, so this is the only interruption. So they're going to let that get popped, and then just activate the Graveyard effects of those. And now the opponent has, you know, they can just pop off here. They probably only play 1 ritual spell. Most people only play 1 of this. I have seen some people argue 2 because of the fact that the Invoke deck has Aerial, and that's getting way more popular, and also the fact that the Bird Up deck searches dotKuro, and the fact that a lot of people are starting to side deck dotKuro because it hits, like, the Artifact, it hits Bird Up, it also hits the Drytron matchup. So I've seen people argue 2 of this, but I doubt that they're actually on it. Then Gamma effects, summon itself out, summon back out a friend. Overlay those in the Fafnir, and then they're going to Fafnir to dump Zeta. Add Zeta, you need to get Ritual, bro. Yeah, they're just trolling, obviously. Like, they don't have the Ritual spell. And then go for Zeus. And then Zeus affect the wipe, which is pointless. Why would you Zeus wipe there? You know punishment isn't live, and you know Schism isn't live. You're actually just Zeus wiping 2 cards that you know don't have effects. These both require extra deck, and I just look. There's no extra deck to click here. So that was useless. Draw Valor, Enforcer comes back, and then they're gonna activate Dasher to summon out Valor. And then Standby phase, Enforcer come out, and now they, the reason why they summon off Dasher here is because either they're going to normal summon this or special summon it. You may as well just special summon it. So, they're going to go main phase, Celestial, Banish to draw. So, get rid of those, draws into a Talents and a Knight. See, they definitely played, they had game like 10 turns ago. So, now they're going to activate, ooh, they also didn't activate Draw and Lockbird. But now they're going to activate Enforcer effect. They're going to chain Zeus, and then chain Enforcer. They're going to pop Valor. You know, we know that Talents is here, so, like, we know that they can just, like, ooh, said, Zeus stays. Yeah, because it was Enforcer 1, Zeus 2, Enforcer 3, Enforcer pop itself in Valor, Zeus resolves, and now this player doesn't have a card to pop on their field to pop Zeus. And then they're going to get the graveyard effects. That Talents is about to go in. Yeah, Talents go ahead, take, and then special summon out Knight and go for game. Like, you know, there is the argument that, like, they Enforcer pop their own Zeus to play around this. Which, honestly, I think is a pretty good argument. I think they probably should have just done that to play around something like this. Because they know, like, in the grind game, like, they're gonna win. Their opponent's grind game is out. They don't even have an extra deck left. They don't have a lot of access. They have Enforcer. This is their grind game at this point. So, I feel like you just play around Talents and you win. And then, like, while you're playing around Talents, you're also playing around, like, the possible Mystic Mine. I mean, this player did go first this game, so the odds of them having Mystic Mine in their deck list is pretty, you know, pretty slim to none. But, yeah, this player probably could have ended up winning this game after this player misplaying and throwing before. So that became a pretty back and forth game. But, yeah, I mean, they definitely could have just Agos, banish App Clone, boosted up to 45. Special Ecclesia, go search Knight, and then just go for game. They didn't need to go ahead and search Punishment, which was just kind of pointless. Yeah, you just gotta have, like, that calculator next to you. Maybe they just forgot about Agos effect to go ahead and, like, banish the boost attack. But that's pretty wild if you forget that. I'm not gonna lie, like, that's one of the best parts about Agos, the fact that, like, it just lets you go for game. But that is going to be it for the first match. Now moving on into the second match, we're going to have Minifez versus Emptiness 002. And we will go ahead and we're going to see Emptiness win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot. And they are going to decide to go first, 40 versus 40. Gotta love to see it. Opening hands, we have Prosperity, Nadir Servant, Fusion Destiny, Terraforming Fusion Destiny. This is not bad at all. Going first, this would have been like full combo. And they have Prosperity, Nadir Servant, Droplet, Ash, and Knight. So they're going to start off with the Prosperity. They're going to banish 6. And then looking at the top 6, they're going to go ahead and grab Meltdown there. And then put the rest back to the bottom of the deck. And then now they can go ahead, activate Meltdown. They're just going to go through like their Alistair combos. So add the Alistair, summon that out, effect, go search Invocation, link away. Or, fair enough. So they decide to go ahead and go for the Anaconda play here, which is not bad at all. So go ahead, get rid of those, go for the Anaconda, activate Invocation, and now they're going to summon out Makaba. I really like the fact that, Anaconda adds, more routes into decks. Obviously, it adds 2 bricks in the decks, but also adds a lot of routes. Then activate Anaconda, dump Fusion Destiny, dump the bricks, and then summon out the Enforcer, activate Nadir Servant, dump the App Clone to go search out the Ecclesia, and then App Clone effect, grab Schism, and then they're going to dump the Alistair, and then they're going to set and pass. Maybe instead of dumping Alistair, they should have just dumped Ecclesia. I mean, they already have the other Dark for Winda. It's not like they have to use one of their heroes. They have Anaconda that they can banish off board for the Schism. And then pass, draw Ash Blossom, activate Terraforming. They're just going to let this go through, so go grab the Meltdown. And then activate Meltdown. Meltdown will make them go ahead and use Enforcer to pop it, and then Enforcer Graveyard effect, activate Prosperity to go banish 3, and then looking at the top 3, they're going to grab the Alistair, put the rest back down to the bottom of the deck, and then normal summon Alistair effect, chain Makaba to go ahead and just get that out of here, activate Fusion Destiny, chain Ash Blossom, and then activate Nadir Servant. This has been a pretty insane turn. So, Nadir Servant will go ahead, dump App Clone. Also, something I really like about this deck is the fact that, it plays so many, starters in the deck, like Alistair, Meltdown, Terraforming, Nadir Servant, Ecclesia, Fusion Destiny, like all these cards, they work by themselves too. Like even if you just like summon Ecclesia and go search Punishment Pass, like that's not super bad. I mean, it's not optimal. But then you have Punishment to get the Ash, which gets to Ecclesia, which gets the Maximus, which gets the Schism. Or there's like other lines you can take. You can dump Elder to get another pop. I'm still locked into Dark Heroes, right? I'm not sure. We should ask. No, you are not. Okay. Yeah. This got hit with Ash Blossom, so they are not locked. Go search out the Ecclesia Abclon effect to search and dump the Aerial. So we actually see that they're main decking the Aerial. A lot of people were side decking the one Aerial, but they actually main decked the one Aerial. So now they're going to get Aerial effect, and then they are going to activate the Schism, banish, go for Winda, and then that's going to get banished from the Aerial. Also, it's more important to banish Dasher over Celestial, because like, what is the Celestial going to do if they have no other heroes? Nothing. What is Dasher going to do if they have no other heroes? Summon from hand for free. Pretty simple. Summon out Ecclesia, and then Ecclesia effect to go search, and this will go ahead and search out the Knight from the deck to the hand, and then they're just going to pass. So they decided to not summon in attack position and beat over the Anaconda. Pass, draw Ecclesia, and then standby phase, this will come back, switch to attack, and then go battle phase, beat over this, and then, I mean, they should have Winda. Well, Winda wouldn't be able to beat over this because it's Ecclesia. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. So, go ahead, poke, poke, poke. And then main phase 2, summon, effect, and then they're going to chain Ash Blossom to that. And then set the Droplet, pass, draw and add your servants. So, they decide to set Droplet, which is a little interesting. I mean, they could have kept Makaba as a spell negate, which also would have been fairly good. Now they're going to activate Fusion Destiny, go ahead, dump, summon out the Enforcer, and then they're just going to go to battle phase here, Enforcer, beat over Makaba. Well, alright, in damage, they're going to activate Droplet to go ahead and half this. And then they're going to get the effect, obviously the Graveyard effect, and then move on into main phase 2. Activate Nadir Servant, dump Elder to add back Ecclesia, Elder effect to pop, out the Makaba. Then they are trying to summon the Ecclesia here. I mean, it looked like, okay, yeah, they normal summoned it. I was going to say, it looked like they were trying to special summon it, but they can't do that. But alright, yeah, just normal summon it, go search out Punishment, and then set, and pass. Draw Fusion Destiny, and then Enforcer come back, beat over, well, not beat over, try to beat over, but the Enforcer is making this lose attack. So they just submit defeat there. That was a really good game 1, actually. Moving on into game 2, we are going to see Mini Fez be forced to go first. Opening hands, we have Ecclesia, Meltdown, Talents, Twin, and Harpies. Not bad. And they have Prosperity, Schism, Invocation, Droplet, Imperm. Not good. I mean, they have going second cards plus Prosperity, so it's not great. Go grab Alistair, summon effect, chain Imperm, and then go for the Amirage, Ecclesia to summon itself out, and then they're just going to link those off for the Anaconda. And then activate the Anaconda effect, pay 2k, dump, and then this is going to get them to their heroes, and these are, obviously good follow-up. And then set Twin, pass, draw evenly. So they're going to activate Prosperity, go ahead, banish 6. And then looking at the top 6, we are going to go ahead and we're going to see them grab the Meltdown there, and then put the rest back. Now they are going to go end of battle phase, activate evenly. They're going to chain Enforcer. They do know that they have Meltdown. If they wanted to, they could have just left Enforcer, but then that plays into like an Imperm, Droplet, Chalice, things like those. To where, like, I mean, they can still get hit with, like, a Droplet here, getting rid of evenly to negate Enforcer. But if they do this, then they're just going to leave themselves with Twin Twisters, and Twin Twisters trades with Meltdown. So I think that's what their thought process here was. The opponent could have chain Droplet, getting rid of Evenly to negate the Enforcer, and then the opponent is either forced to keep the Enforcer that's negated and not doing anything this turn, but it's really good follow-up, or they keep their set card, which means the Enforcer's gone. So the opponent decided to just not Droplet there, and now Twin Twisters on Meltdown, fairly good. Maybe they thought that the set card was like an imperm or a Droplet, and if they got hit with either of those on Alistair, then it's like, cool, Invocation. But now they're going to activate Invocation, banish from the opponent's graveyard. I mean, this still isn't bad. It's not great for them, though. Like, I mean, now their player is in like a really great position, because like they're going to draw a Veiler, activate Dasher effect to special summon out the Veiler that they had just drawn. And then standby phase, Dasher comes out, and they're going to activate Agos effect, pop Veiler. They don't want to pop Dasher because that's going to make Celestial be live. Yeah, it's just a really weird game state. Pass, draw Ash Blossom. Pass, draw Meltdown. Harpies, hit the back row, activate Meltdown. In response, chain Ash Blossom. They don't want them to go grab Alistair, summon Alistair, and then get hit with Ash, because that will A, put Alistair into the graveyard for a top deck invocation, and B, Dasher has the second effect, or Dasher has the effect that nobody remembers, that you contribute, make it gain 1,000 attack, and then switch to defense at end of battle. And then they're going to draw Knight, and they will go ahead and just pass, draw Ash Blossom, and then pass, draw Twin Twisters, and then set it, and pass, draw Prosperity, and then activate Prosperity. Prosperity will go ahead, banish 3. Then look at the top 3, grab Ash, put those back. Such a weird game. Normal summon out the Ash Blossom, and then Dasher effect, tribute, and then they're just going to go battle phase, beat over the Agos, and then this switches to defense, yeah. Then pass, draw Droplet. I mean, I definitely agree with that play. Like, you're outing the Agos, so now you're actually able to apply pressure, and you still have another Ash Blossom. If your opponent had a way to play, they would have just tried doing it before. Then draw Nadir Servant. Oh, activate Nadir Servant. Oh, they're just incredible. So this will dump the Elder. And then add back Ecclesia. Elder effect to pop Droplet. And then summon Ecclesia. Ecclesia effect to go search. And then this is going to search out the punishment from the deck to the hand. And then switch to attack. Battle phase, swing for 36. And then main phase 2. Well, yeah, that goes to defense, and then set, pass, draw Ecclesia, and then they're going to activate Twin Twisters to go ahead and pop the back row here. And then normal summon out Ecclesia effect, chain Ash Blossom on that, and then they are going to just go, I was going to say, you have to go battle phase crash, otherwise this is, well, I mean, like, you don't want to out Dasher because they're going to draw 2. So, like, yeah, I think you just have to crash. It's just such a weird game state where, like, you can't out this card or your opponent draws 2. And if they draw 2, they probably just win because they'll be so much further ahead if they just draw anything. Draw Alistair, and that's just game. Think I'm just insane. I can't top deck like you, I guess. GG's. Yeah, this player was top decking insane. Like that was a really good, that was a good Iron Man. Like, it was a solid 2v2 Iron Man. There was only 2 matches. We saw Minifest 2-0, but I think that was solid. I think there was a decent amount to go over. So that is going to be it for the video. Make sure to go ahead and check out the Coliseum. Again, I love the Coliseum. Make sure to go ahead and check them out. They're a great place. Leave a link down below at the very top of the description. And also, later today, I will be having Nesh's Sword Soul 10E deck profile posted onto the channel. I know a lot of people have been asking for, I mean, obviously people ask for more Nesh. They want to see his deck profiles. They want to see anything Nesh. People really like Nesh, and it was a very good player. So I'm going to be going ahead and posting his deck profiles, and he's going to be explaining some of the choices in it. So make sure to go ahead and stay tuned for that. And make sure to actually watch the whole video. You know, don't just screenshot and dip, because you're not going to get the full value out of the video. It's like fast forwarding through a replay like this. you're not going to get the full value. You actually have to like go slow and actually like look at the stuff and realize why this is this and why that is that. So I mean, if you want to screenshot and dip, fair enough, but there's 2 lists in it, so make sure to screenshot both of them at least. And with that being said, the DB Grinders signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.